All right.
Guess who's back?
We back. All right. Well, not
Slim
technically
Shady.
black, but not technically back, but we back. I mean, I'm wearing black. You know, I don't consider myself African American. You feel me? But all right. So
That gotta be like the world's funniest intro.
hey, it's intros and intros. As long as y'all get a little laugh out of it, whatever it is, man. All right. Well, if y'all don't know me already, I'm Daniel. This is Zach. He can introduce himself. You know, he's a big boy. You know.
I'm retired. They introduced for me.
Retired. All right. So I did post it on my Instagram. I try to see like what kind of things we should get into, and since I'm a big gym guy, you know, and we're kind of like working our way back into it, I'll go based off of that. So there was
Speaking for me on that part.
Let me see.
We don't do the gym no more.
Let me see exactly. All right. Give me one second.
Let's see.
All right. So it was Tori. So she asked, how do you build motivation for the gym and stay consistent? All right. So
Who's Tori?
you don't got to worry about all that, bro. It's just one of my followers. I went to high school with her. All right. So
Shout out to Tori.
yeah. So the whole thing about being consistent and staying in the gym, you know, is like, well, basically what she said is consistency. How to stay consistent. Staying consistent all has to do with time management. You have to manage your time. You have to, you know, like you have to set time aside in your day. If you're really if you really want to make a difference and see results, you have to set time for the gym. We talked about it in the other video. What was it?
Instant gratification. That's the issue.
gratification.
That's really the issue, I think.
Yeah, so
It's like me
So-
personally.
well, that's the issue with a lot of people, not just you personally, but a lot of people is they want instant results, they want instant gratification. You know, they want to see changes right away. And the whole thing with bodybuilding and lifting or whatever it is, even if you're just trying to get in shape, it's time. Everything takes time. You know, you're not gonna get instant results. You're not gonna look in the mirror when you wake up one day after you hit the gym for one time and you're gonna see a major difference. No, everything takes time. You have to slowly build yourself up to get to that point. And like I was saying, is like you need to have a goal. You have to know where you want to get, and you have to know where you want to be in order to achieve that goal. It's like you can't just go into the gym closed-minded off like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna lift today. I want to see results. You're checking yourself out in the mirror every day and you're not seeing anything. That's where you start to kind of lose motivation to stay in the gym. With a lot of people, myself too. When I'm on a diet and stuff like that, for a week, you know, I'm just checking myself out in the mirror. I'm trying to see if I see a difference. You know, like you lose motivation when you don't see a difference, but it's small things that change over time. You know, you're not going to see a major difference within a week. It's going to take 8 weeks, 12 weeks, you know, like 2 to 3 months in order to actually get a real difference in yourself. And that's where a lot of people fall off. Is they get in the gym, they work out for like a week straight consistent, they don't see any results, they lose motivation, like why am I even going to the gym? They quit. You know, like that's not what it is. The big thing about the gym, dieting, consistency, you know, getting the right workouts, right forms, everything down, you know, like, and the thing I stress the most is dieting. People don't understand. In my personal opinion, I say dieting is 90% of getting in shape and weightlifting is 10%. They kind of work, they intertwine with each other. So weightlifting speeds up the process, whereas dieting also speeds up the process. So like I was saying, is you can go and you can get on a diet and not even hit the gym. If you're eating right, you're eating the right amount of macros and calories all day, you're going to lose weight. It's just going to be a slower process, whereas if you're eating right and you're working out, you know, like it's each one speeds up the process of the other.
It's
so
beneficial.
Exactly. It kind of balances itself out. So if you're going to the gym all the time and you're weightlifting and you're doing pushing heavy weight and you're not seeing a difference, but you're also outside of the gym, you're eating donuts, you're eating pizza, you're eating whatever you want, you're not going to see anything. The whole point of weightlifting and dieting is macros and calories. You have to have a calorie deficit. If you're trying to lose weight, you need to have a calorie deficit. So me, personally, I use MyFitnessPal.
Hey.
It's a really good app. They're not sponsoring me to do this. Obviously, this is my first video, really. This is our first video. They're not sponsoring, but it's a good way to keep track of the meals you eat. You know, you just scan the barcodes on whatever food you're eating, it'll pull it up if it's like a really big company, whatever it is, and it'll give you the breakdown of how many fats it has, how many carbs, proteins, whatever. It'll give you the amount of servings. Usually when you get into lifting and you start dieting, you'll know that you have to kind of weigh out your food. You have to know how much you're eating of each thing. But it's a really good app for keeping track of everything. And like I was saying, it's calorie deficits. Like right now, based on my body weight, I'm around 225. I'm eating around 2,500 calories because I'm trying to cut down and burn some fat. But I'm eating about 2,500 calories. But throughout the day, you have to be burning around 28. So say you're eating 2,500 calories, but you're burning 28. You have a 300 calorie deficit, which is the fat that you're burning. And that's where a lot of people kind of don't realize, they don't understand, is that you need to have a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. Those extra calories that you're burning is the fat that you're burning. You keep your body going. With cutting, it's just basically what I'm doing. You eat that amount of calories. And you burn those extra calories.
2,500 calories if you weigh 120
don't
pounds.
don't eat as many calories as I do. It plays into calculating your macros.
Everybody's people go crazy.
Yeah, everybody has their own body type and their own body weight. You know, height. It all plays into it. You have to calculate your own macros, which is easy. You can go online, search up on Google, biggest search engine there is. You can find out. It'll give you a list of different ways you can calculate your macros. It's pretty much all the same. It just, you have to put in your body weight, your age, and your weight, I believe. And you can calculate how many carbs you need, how much protein you need, and how many fats and everything else. It breaks it down to sodiums and all that other stuff based on the fats and calories and stuff. So it's crazy. It's not easy to keep up with it. You know, it takes practice, but there's a lot of videos and stuff you can watch out there. But yeah, that's like the main thing is like when you're bulking. I'm taking 2,500 calories. If I'm bulking, I'd be taking 45 to 5,000. It's not easy. You're gonna be eating a lot. Let me tell you, those meals, like when you're cutting, you're eating like 5 to 6, 7 meals a day. You know, like not complete meals. 4 of the meals will be like 4 or 5 would be like a real actual meal. The other ones would be like snacks, like after the gym, protein shake, or like breakfast. You have like oatmeal and other stuff. But it's not easy. Meal prepping is not.
What was the original question?
The original question was, how do you stay consistent? Like, how do you keep motivation in the gym, and how do you stay consistent? And that's what we were saying is like time management. Yeah, I fell a little off track, but it all plays into bodybuilding, weightlifting, you know, to get results in order for you to stay consistent. Like most people, the way they stay consistent is by seeing results. You know, like they stay motivated by seeing results. And like I'm saying, it all takes time. You're not going to get results right away. I can't stress that enough. You're not going to get results right away. It takes time. You have to build, and it's a mental aspect. Like
your mindset.
It takes a lot. You have to have a really strong mindset and have to, you know, like
hold yourself accountable.
Exactly.
Like, you know, like eventually you start getting mad at yourself. You like create like a guilt factor. Like, oh shit, like I had a burger. Like knowing damn well you just spent the last week eating right, you know, staying healthy, going to the gym, but then you like. Fuck, like subconsciously it'll kick in and
you get
just
a taste
like,
of it, yeah.
I shouldn't have done that. You know, you're holding yourself accountable. Like, is it worth me going out and getting drunk and then eating chili cheese fries, or should I just like
stay consistent?
You know, go to the gym, get a little drunk, and then like
scratch the whole alcohol thing. Don't even think about the whole alcohol thing.
We just using the whole.
He's just using like a whole different aspect and perspective on it, but.
It's real life though. Like that's most people problem. Like on a Friday, Saturday night. Like
they
why you
think
the
out,
gym empty?
Drink, have fun. Yeah, the gym really is empty on the weekends.
Like,
see, that's the people that you're seeing are the people that really want it, and that's where it comes into it. It's a balance. You know, like you want to go out and have fun, but you also want to look good and be fit. So you kind of have to like that's what we were talking about earlier. Is you have to balance everything out. It's like saying. Yeah, people are talking about, I don't have the time to go to the gym, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, everybody has time. Like, yeah,
that's the biggest problem.
And that's where you have to kind of prioritize your responsibilities. Like, yeah, you go to work, yeah, you go to school, you want to go to the gym, say you're in a relationship, you have a girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever it is. You got to balance out that time. The whole thing is balancing out the time to make everybody happy and make yourself happy.
And the people that you surround yourself around, like
exactly,
if they're not goal oriented, or if they're not trying to achieve the same things or pushing you to be the better version of yourself,
Pretty much.
then those are not the people that you should surround yourself around. You know, it's like
You want to have people around you that motivate you, that push you to be better than what you are. You know, like
that'll understand. Like, oh no, like I gotta go to the gym instead of going out and fucking not doing the damn thing or whatever. Like, you know, it's between that and then realizing what you want. Like once you're able to mentally accept, like, okay, this is the type of thing that I want to have in my life, and this is what I need to achieve, then everything else will circumference around that idea. You know,
and that's what it is. Like we said, it's you can put so much time into the gym, but you're in a relationship and you're not giving enough time to your girlfriend or whatever. Then it doesn't make her happy, and now you have all these problems on top of the fact that you're, you know, like that you're stressed out from work or school or whatever it is. So it's like a mutual balance between everything to make, like I said, everybody happy and yourself happy.
Precisely.
So if you get enough time to go, if you're at work and you're in school and you also go to the gym, you have to make time for her.
Yeah,
whereas if you don't make enough, like you make too much time for her or him, and you don't have enough time to make for yourself to go to the gym, you're not going to be happy with yourself. So it's kind of like time management is a really big thing when it comes to being consistent. The consistency has everything to do with the amount of time you have to put into that one subject or whatever it is you're trying to do.
Like if he wasn't, like, for example, if he starts eating healthy, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna eat healthy, right? Because if I'm
every time
investing
we go
my
out,
time and spending with him, and he decides to eat at Chipotle, then I'm gonna eat at Chipotle. I'm not gonna go get like a big old Domino's pizza, you know? Like it's kind of like, okay, if you know, and then that's when it becomes to like being mentally strong and choosing the people that you want to hang around with. If he's focused on going to the gym, and then subconsciously I've been thinking like, oh snap, like I need to start going to the gym. Then it's like, all right, cool, like let's go to the gym.
Pretty much.
Like, oh, you're meal prepping? What is he buying? Like, okay, he just got chicken and rice. Like, maybe I should, you know, let me see what chicken
and let me tell you
chicken
guys,
thighs, like
that's one thing that
and it's
will
not
help
copying
everybody else out, and it has nothing to do with copying.
Like, it's more so like really figuring out what you want. You know, I think once you figure out what you want for yourself, then it's easier to put all the other pieces around you. You know, like,
it's like
if you look at it like it's chess and you're the queen, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or the king. Well, I mean, obviously, if you play chess, you understand what I'm trying to say. But like once you put yourself in that position, then you understand the next moves that you got to make. You know, and what you need to have surrounded by you in order to win.
10 steps ahead, yeah. It's and let me tell you one thing that I can guarantee you will help out everybody is like if you really get on meal prepping and everything like that, it's so much cheaper than eating out.
Oh.
Like one meal to go outside, you say you're eating 3 meals a day, eating out like $7-8 depending on where you live. We live in LA, it's a really expensive area. To get a decent meal to fill up a big dude like me would cost me around $12 just for one meal to fill me up.
What the hell you eat?
So if I'm spending $10 to $15 on one meal, say I'm eating 3-4 meals outside out of the day, that's like $50. Where if I can go to the store, I can buy chicken breast, I can buy rice and some veggies. $50 worth of it, it'll last me 4 or 5 days at least. You know, like I can, because meal prepping plays out. You eat certain amounts in certain portions, whatever. It'll play out. It'll last me $50 in one day, or would I choose $50 in over 4 or 5 days? You know, think about it. Like if you're struggling financially or whatever it is, and people think like, oh, it's expensive to eat. Meal prepping is not. You can do it the most basic thing for meal prepping. Like if you're trying to lose weight, carb cycle, dude. It's you go and you put some chicken in. You eat mainly like proteins and veggies. You eat chicken, ground beef, lean turkey, ground turkey, whatever it is, and some veggies. And then if you're carb cycling, you know, like carb cycling basically on your weakest, if you're going to the gym, say it's your leg day, your legs are the weakest parts on your body, you're going to eat more carbs throughout that day in order to keep your body, to supply your body with enough energy to get through a really good workout on the leg day. Whereas if you're going to the gym to do chest, and chest is your strongest muscle, you already have, your chest is strong enough to get a good workout in without having an extra supply of energy to get, you know, for your body to use while you're working out. So it's like chest day is my strongest day. I'm gonna eat no carbs throughout the day. I'm just gonna eat protein and veggies. Leg day is my weakest day. I'm gonna add some rice in there. I add like a scoop of rice in every other meal. So I'll eat like three out of the 6 meals a day. I'll have like a scoop of rice in each meal just to give me some energy, and make sure it's brown rice because brown rice takes a lot longer to process in your body than white rice. White rice,
Small tip right here.
it's just it's a small thing that people don't understand. It's like wheat and brown rice, whatever it is, like wheat bread. It takes longer for your body to process it, so you hold the energy longer. Whereas white rice, your body kind of breaks it down fast and it just flows right through. You know, you don't get the full amount of energy supply that you need. So that's like a big thing that people don't understand as well. Where was I? I forgot where I was. I kind of got sidetracked.
To sum it up, I mean, if you want to stay, the key question was how do you stay consistent? And I think you touched on time management.
And
then
balance,
being-
like just balancing out,
You're watching what you eat.
watching what you eat.
And then your mental state, right? You gotta have tunnel vision at whatever, not just the gym, but anything in life that you do, tunnel vision.
Mm-hmm.
And then
What else was it?
that's pretty much really it. It's not rocket science, I think.
Yeah, so time management, and so also surrounding yourself by the people that want it as well. There's like you're not gonna surround yourself by people that go out every weekend, like you said, and drink and go get drunk and do this, instead of hitting the gym. You want to surround yourself around people that have the same mindset as you, that want the same thing as you.
Precisely.
So you want to go to the gym, you want to get big, you want to get shredded down, whatever. You want to surround yourself around people that also want to do the same thing as you. Like I hang around a lot of people that go to the gym. Like it works out for me. Like I have a lot of friends that are gym rats. They're always in the gym. They eat right. They will go out to eat sometimes, for like a little cheat meal, whatever it is. But they're not going to eat out because they cook for themselves at home. Yeah, it's understandable. I'd do the same thing whenever I'm actually like focused on it. I'm not going to lie, I kind of fell off a little bit, but I'm getting my way back into it.
Shit, we
And-
all follow.
The way I got myself into it is I lived in LA pretty much my whole life, but I moved to Oregon for a year. So February of 2018, I moved to Oregon. And before that, like I was fit in high school, like 2016, 2017, I was in high school, I was fit. I played football my freshman, sophomore year. I played basketball and JV, varsity, you name it. Like I was actually in sports. I did a lot of things. But after that, after high school, just started working, trying to pay bills, and I kind of fell off. I gained a lot of weight. I went from 190 to 270. And that's a big jump. 80 pounds is no difference. And if you follow me on Instagram, you see my page. I posted my progress pictures. But when
in the
I'm,
description.
we'll put it in the description. If you don't follow me already, I'll have my Instagram there. I'll have his. He recently just made one. You can follow him too. But so when I moved to Oregon, it was really like a big turning point in my life. I took on a lot more responsibility for myself. Paying my own bills, rent, whatever it was. Even though I was pretty much paying my bills before that, I also had to move on to paying rent. I'm not living under my parents anymore. There's no more restrictions, no more rules, nothing I have to follow. You have kind of like you have freedom, but at the same time you're kind of restricted because you have to go out and work a lot more to pay bills. You have to focus. That's where I'm talking about prioritizing your responsibilities. It's like
that's where another segment gonna kick
that'll
in.
be another video. We'll probably do that next week.
Yeah,
We'll try to take that down in some notes or something. We'll do that next week because that's a big topic.
That's like what the fuck.
That's a big topic that like gets to a lot of people. But the main thing is, like, when I moved to Oregon, it helped me focus on myself. Within a span of 3 months, I stayed consistent in the gym. I was going every day. I was eating right, carb cycling, whatever it was. And it took me 3 months, and I went from 270 pounds to 215 pounds. Not the smallest I've been, but probably the best I've looked, because when I put on all that weight, I turned a lot of that weight that I turned into muscle. So I kind of grew. I had a lot more mass on myself. So that really helped me out. Whereas I wasn't like starting from the bottom and trying to work my way from being skinny to being huge. It's not easy. So the way I was basically like an unwanted bulking season. Like I put on a bunch of weight, but I turned it into a lot of muscle. And I'm thankful for it, but at the same time, like it did change my perspective on life. Just basically, you put your mind to something, you can go out and get it, no matter what it is, what you do. Like when you put your mind to something, you can get it. It's just all about dedication and like tunnel vision, like we said. It's just you gotta go and put your mind to it. So that's really what it is. If you want dieting, working out, staying consistent, you're gonna see results. You just have to give it time. Our video's about coming to an end, so we'll see y'all next week. I'm Daniel. This is Zach, and I hope.